Obviously, we're here, coach for your NPA's Hampshire Haunters. We are coming up to our week 3 team builder, so let me just quickly run down what exceptions bring in, and then I'll clear up. But before I do that, I'm going to quickly clear up some of the stuff that happened last week because of the audio being bad. Basically, it was my birthday. I got a new headset, and I've been trying to figure out the settings on it to make sure it worked fine. Obviously, I didn't do that before I recorded the battle last week. But anyway, yeah, that's what I was trying to say into a lot of it. Is that, well, not a lot of it, but there was a few parts. There was some misgens on our team last week. For example, the Crobat that we brought was supposed to have U-turn and not, I think it was Leech Life. The Volcanion was supposed to have Hidden Power Grass, which it didn't have. It had Focus Blast instead, and there were just a few little bits and bobs there that really messed with what I was trying to do. Anyway, this week we are taking on the exception, and this is your team builder for it. And this week he drafted Gladius, Ferrothorn, Darmanitan, Hitmontop, Diancie, Ampharos, Mega Absol, Araquanid, Dusknoir, Porygon Z, and Gastrodon. I believe I didn't say Gastrodon. But yeah, that is what he's bringing, and this is what we put together, me and my amazing coaching staff on Discord, to figure out exactly what we needed to try and take him out and try and counter team him a bit. So to start off, we looked at his team thinking, okay, there's a strong chance he's going to hazard stack what with having Ferrothorn there, because, you know, like, set up his spikes. He's got some rocks he can chuck up there with. Hang on, let me just bring up. I need to think where I put it. Hang on. I got like so many different files. It's hard to find stuff. We thought he was going to sort of bring like Diancie and get some rocks up with that. Obviously, I couldn't tell which was going to be his Rapid Spinner / Defogger because he has both Latias and Hitmontop. But I felt Diancie was going to come set up rocks. Failing that, I believe Ferrothorn does as well. So let me just quickly check. Just be sure, because I want to try and give as accurate information as possible before I start revealing what we brought. Yeah, it does. So yeah, he's got 2 potential Stealth Rockers there, 2 things to get hazards off the field, but he can also hazard stack with Ferrothorn, so we're trying to work on that, because we know that thing is going to be bringing a Rocky Helmet. Most Ferrothorns I come across do, because, you know, you want to get that extra chip damage off with your Iron Barbs, so we thought, okay, why don't we go with Mean Shower to start off. Let me just turn that on there. Mean Shower. As you can see, we ran it this week, Regenerator, so we could pivot in and out nice and easy. Yeah, it's got a choice stuff, but that's just sort of feel things out as well. And the regen is just so the Iron Barbs to give us that bit more recovery in case which I'm pretty sure he's going to be running. High Jump Kick literally destroys Ferrothorn anyway, so I ain't got really worried about that. Also, Stone Edge for things like Araquanid, Gastrodon, I believe, Ampharos, even though I'm pretty sure Ampharos isn't coming out. We got way too much coverage that can take out Ampharos. Knockoff to try and knock off some of those leftovers, maybe even that Rocky Ham, like I mentioned. And then, like I said, pivot in and out, U-turn. Like, I could lead with Mean Shower, aka Mr. Grey, and U-turn straight out into what I need to try and set things up. Or I could just bring it in, knock off an item, and then hard switch out. But yeah, this is the one I felt that worked best to start off. Then next up, we also are bringing in, I'm going to think that, so these two are like a decent, very good pair, I've noticed, because their moves are very, very similar. But more on that later. Next up, we're going to bring up something to take care of those hazards should he bring them, which I'm pretty sure he is going to try and hazard stack me on account of the fact, as I said, spikes, Stealth Rocks. So I'm going to bring it, this week we're going to bring Delmise for its first time, making its debut in the NPA. Delmise is the Deadweight. Which I love the nickname creation on this team. Like, we should have called it HMS Deadweight, but it just wouldn't fit. Anyway, we're running with a Vest, Anchor Shot to keep things trapped in, Earthquake for some easy hits, Rapid Spin, like I said, to get rid of hazards, and then Shadow Claw to take out things like, I believe, one second. Things like, I can't even remember what I said his team was. I'm so back and forth right now. Yeah, Anchor Shot for... I honestly cannot think right now. Things like Hitmontop that I could just anchor in, keep it there. Same with Latias, anchor them in, and then just start destroying them with Shadow Claw. That was the incentive behind it. As you can see, we actually do have Rapid Spin, Earthquake, Anchor Shot, Shadow Claw, and the EV Spread. We're running Adamant, 44 speed investment, give it a little bit of speed, bit of attack, max attack, and then some nice big chunk of bulk to make that HP a bit stronger. And quickly jumping back to Mr. Grey, we run a basic attack speed spread with some special defense investment because it works. It just does. And next up, after we did Dead Weight, we also happen to have Blind Effer, the Durant, which I still can't get over this ant's nickname. And this thing, people say, yeah, its hustle ability is a lot of trouble, but if you get lucky, man, can it hit some stuff. Life Orb damage on top, like, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. X-Scissor for things like, let me think. I need to think what's this team again. For things like Mega Absol. I still need to. I need to stop closing this tab because this tab's really like keep closing this tab. It's not good for me. I keep messing up. Let's keep this tab open. For things like Araquanid if I need to. Like I said, hit on top. There's just several things on this team that Durant does so well. Like a straight up Iron Head on freaking hell, what is wrong with me there? I can't think. On Diancie, gone. Straight up Rock Slide on Ampharos, gone. It's like it's just easy, just try and find a way, try to pick things that we need. That's gonna work. Superpower on Ferrothorn, I believe it does actually kill, from what I remember calculating. Even though I calculated like 3 days ago, so I can't remember half the stuff I was doing. But yeah, and then Hone Claws just try and guarantee that we get those hits, because Hustle lowers our attack, lowers our accuracy, but Hone Claws puts it back. It pushes it back up because most Durants need this thing, otherwise they are literally just blind. We are running Jolly with 252 attack, 252 attack, 252 defense speed, 4 on the defense, and that is our Durant for this week. Hopefully it can do a lot, and let's hope our little ant can do what a good ant can do. Next up, we have Volcanion. Now, we're running this thing with a vest, Flamethrower, Astonish, Hidden Power, Ice for the Latios, Steam Eruption to try and get some nice burn off, provided it's not on a Water Bubble, Araquanid, or the Gastrodon, because, you know, I wouldn't do that. No point in doing that. You gain nothing from it. But as you see, the Exalt Vest increases my Volcanion special defense. It's got Water Absorb on there. So basically, it heals quarter of its max HP when it's hit by a water move, and it's protected from Araquanid's things like Liquidation, which I'm pretty convinced might actually happen. From watching his past videos, he likes to try and run bits and pieces. The exception I've noticed watching some of his past videos, like I did last season, he likes to run odd stuff. So the basic stuff that you would predict, you can't bring this time. You have to try and think outside the box to get in this guy's head. He's like a. I think the phrase that was used in the Avengers was, it's like a box of cats. You don't know what's going on in there. You have to try and get inside his mindset and try and figure out what he might bring. Why is there an exclamation point Flamethrower, please? Flamethrower, Stone Edge for the Araquanid, some other various things. Steam Eruption, Hidden Power, Ice, like I said, for the Latios, and then we've run it quiet, so we lose speed on it, so we lose a little bit of speed, but we've run max special attack, match XP, and a little bit in the physical attack for that Stone Edge. Then next up we have Snorting Below, the lovely evil-eyed pot of swine here, thick fat to take any fire and ice damage you might chuck our way, like half that damage. Like he could try and burn us, he could try and freeze us, and we just need that to cover it. But I don't believe he has any actual ice mons. But he might, I believe he does have ice beam on some of his stuff, because like last week he was preparing heavily to take out stuff with ice moves. So I had to prepare for that. Earthquake, Stone Edge once again, Stealth Orc, he is a rocker again, and then that little priority Ice Shard, because that priority goes a long way in something like this. Like you could be, for example, you could be on the verge of losing, and then your opponent's team could be heavily weakened, and boom, you just Ice Shard. You get your priority, you knock them straight out, you got nothing to worry about. That's what we're thinking with that. We're running an Adamant, as you can see, with the 252 in both attack and HP, as well as the 4 in the defense, give it a little bit extra defense. But yeah, that is our snorting below the pilot swine for this week. I've done Mr. Grey. And finally, right, now, our final one about Remedies. Now, we were torn with the iron. We could have gone light clay because of its reflect, as you can see, or we go leftovers. And we sort of went leftovers because it keeps that HP constantly recovering. Whereas if we ran light clay, our reflects just stay around for like 3 extra turns. So I'd rather try and keep the Pokemon around alive as long as possible over anything else. Then obviously I run Valkyrie, you don't even run Hero on VGC. Moonblast for stab, Wish so I can do Wish Protect, because our team doesn't have a lot of recovery this week. There is not much that can recover except for Mr. Grey, who actually has Regenerator. Nothing else can recover, so we have to rely heavily on that Wish switch, that Wish boosting recovery if we need to. Reflect, like I said, because a lot of his team is fairly physical, we need to be able to take those physical hits, so let's just chuck up Reflect and take half the damage for it from a physical move, say a knockoff or a Stone Edge. And then, as I said, I've been watching his past videos, and I noticed the main thing he's been doing these last 2 weeks is relying on things like burns and poisons to try and take out his opponents and let that do the damage to whittle it all down. To which I literally just thought, okay, he's doing that, let's chuck Heal Bell on. He won't see it coming, because while he's trying to burn all that shit, we can then go ahead and just wipe that burn straight off the table and put it in the bin. Anyway, EV Spread, running it bold. It's our defensive one this week. It is 244 HP, 252 max defense, and 4 in the special attack, special defense, and speeds. It is going to be amazing. And I will catch you guys next week for another team battle. This battle will go up tomorrow, about 1 PM Eastern, which is 6 PM in the UK, where I live. And yeah, that's your team builder for this week, and I'll see you next week where no, not next week, because everyone gets a bye week due to PAX East. On top of that, we do go ahead and we get another bye week, so there's not going to be any NPA uploads for about 2 weeks, where we take on the Orlando Magikarps, which is the choice spec. So I haven't got his gift set up. I should have done that in a minute. I'm going to do it right after I have the match against the Exception. And guys, just make sure you go check out the Exception thing, because I know he's going to do a team builder video. You can try and get inside his head, find out what that box of cats is like, because he is a really cool dude. And I will catch you later.